Okay.
So now that today we are going to learn statistics, we already learned this chapter during Form 4, but I guess maybe some of you already forgotten. So here you are going to help you all revise that. So as for this question, it means that they give you a graph of frequency polygon. So it shows the frequency polygon in the diagram 14 shows the height of 100 students of Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Manis. So you can now look to the one question, the question 1A. It is say that based on diagram 14, complete table 14 in the answer space. So they already give you a table below and they already give you a height. Now let's look at the height, and then the height is stands for class intervals. The class intervals means the range of 141 between 145 is 4. So as for the next column, the range should be the same as well. The range is equals to 4 because 145 minus 141, so equals to 4. And then the range should be the same as well, like the next column is 146 to 150. And then the next like that, you just sum 4, then can already. Okay, now we can see the frequency. As for the frequency, you can know that based on the graph, there is the midpoint between 141 to 145 is equals to 143. So you need to find the midpoint, then you only know the frequency. If not, you don't know how to find the frequency. How to find the midpoint? So you just look at the height class intervals. The 141 plus 145 divide by 2, then equals to 143. And then you just base on the graph. You see on the x-axis, the 143 there, they got plot the frequency of number of students equals to 0. So you just write there 0. So as for the next column, you just write the same as well. Like for the next column, the range, the class intervals is 146 to 150. So you just divide by 2, and then you can find the midpoint is 148. So you just look at the 148, and then you just see how much of the number of students of frequency is there. And then you can see it shows that it has 8 students. So you just write there 8, just like that. So I guess you guys know how to find height and frequency as well. So as for the cumulative frequency, you can know you need to already find the frequency, the number of frequency, then you only can find the cumulative frequency. So cumulative frequency is the sum of frequencies. You can see as for the frequency, the first column of frequency, it shows at the graph of the diagram is 0, right? 143 there is 0. So you just write there 0. The frequency is 0. So you just write cumulative frequency is also 0. And then for the second column, it shows that it is 8. So you just write the frequency is 8. So as the cumulative frequency, you just write 8 as well, because it is like sum of the frequency like that. And for the third column, it shows like, I think maybe it's like 12. As for the 153 there, never mind, I cannot write because I'm using my phone. So sorry. I think you guys already know how to find, right? Is anyone don't understand? Anyone don't understand?
No.
You're not the patient. I'm not asking
Okay.
the patient. It's okay, Furkan. Okay. Yes. I don't know what's it. Hey, you guys got listen or not?
I got listen.
I'm asking patient, not you. Allow it.
Okay, I got listen, teacher.
No. Hey, you guys. Just now I asked you understand or not.
Don't
Then
shy,
you,
everyone.
yeah. Don't be shy. Which one you don't
Just
know?
open your mic.
I text also can if you shy.
Can you start from the start?
Huh? Serious ah?
I seriously don't know what's going on.
No lah, later you just watch back the recording lah.
They
Okay,
cannot lah, they need to understand now. They don't have time to watch back the second time. So I will start again since Furkan is here. So I will say that now we are learning statistics. So as for the question, first A, the 1A, they give you the table below. Just look at the table below. This table. And then you can see the height. It stands for class intervals. So for these class intervals, it means it is the range of 141 to 145. They already give you the first column. It is 141 to 145. The range is 4. It is like 145 minus 141 equals to 4, like that. So as for the next column, the range should be the same as well, like 100 from 146 to 150. Then you just find like the range is always 4 because they already give you the first column is 145 minus 141, so minus out then equals to 4. So as for the next column is 146 to 150, and then for the third column is 151 to 155, like that. Understand? For this
understood.
height. Okay, for the frequency, you can look at the graph. Because frequency, you need to know the midpoint first, then you only can find it. So for the frequency, you can see 100 for the 141 to 145. You look to your class intervals, you sum up, and then you divide by 2, and then you can find the midpoint is 143.
May I
So
ask what's the
you
midpoint?
Huh?
May I ask what's the midpoint?
Point midpoint. You don't know point.
No, sorry, I don't know.
Midpoint is something like the class interval. You look at you look at the you look at
Polisnya lah orang tengah ni.
Can someone close the mic?
Extremely
Okay.
awkward.
Okay. So for midpoint is like the height. You see the height, right? It means height is the class intervals. So the class intervals, you should know the class intervals for the first column is 141 to 145. So you already know how need to find the midpoint is just know the midpoint is 141 plus 145 divided by 2. That,
Okay.
like this.
Understood.
Then the answer is 143. Then you know the answer is 143, right? Wait, let me clear this off. Okay, so you know the answer is 143, right? Then you look at the graph below. You look at the x-axis there. I see this. It shows 143 because frequency polygon is used midpoint to plot as for the x-axis. So you just find the number of students. Then the number of students is stands for frequency. So you just write 0. Understand? Understand?
Yes, understood.
Oh, okay. So you can try how to. Oh, okay. I'll pause. Okay. Okay, so where do I stop just now?
What is that voice? What is that voice? Very busy, ah. Hey, focus. Wow, my eardrums want to pop already, wait.
Furan, you have to mute your phone, I think.
Okay, better. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I think I stopped at the cumulative frequency there, right?
Yes.
You know how to find frequency already, oh?
No. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Later you guys can watch back the video if you guys don't understand, because I don't want to waste anyone's time. And for the cumulative frequency, you can, as you know, the frequency there is 0, right? The first column. So you just write the cumulative frequency at the first column is 0. And for the second column of the frequency it shows is 8. So you just write for the second column is also 8, because cumulative frequency is the sum of frequencies. And then for the third one, you can see the third column of the frequency is, I think it's something like 12. Yeah, I think it's 12. So you just write for the third column is 12. And then you just, for the third column of cumulative frequency, you just sum up like 12 plus the second column of the frequency, which is 8. 12 plus x equals to 20. So for the third column is 20. Yeah. Just sum up like, you need to find all of the frequency, then you only can find the cumulative frequency. Understand?
Yes.
For this part. Okay. So for the upper boundary, it's quite easy. As for the upper boundary, you can know for the class intervals of the height is 145. So you just look at the biggest number one. You don't look at the 141 line, you look at the upper one, which is 145. So you just 145 and then you plus, I think it's plus 145 plus 146, then divide by 2, then you find the upper boundary. You can use your calculator to find also can. Wait. Yeah, then you can find it is 145.5. Always remember like for the upper boundary is 145 plus 146 divided by 2, then you can find the upper boundary for the first column is 145.5. So as for the second column of the height class interval is 146 to 150, just like what I said just now. It's 146 to 150. And for the upper boundary is 100. For the 150, you can 150 plus 151 divided by 2 is equals to 150.5. You just find the upper boundary like that. Or you don't need so how to say it? So 麻烦 and you don't need like so 麻烦, just like add up and then divide by 2 like that. You just can add 0.5, then can already, because you already know is for the upper boundary is always 0.5, like 145 then 145.5, 150 then 150.5 like that for the second column. Okay, so I guess I already explained all of the question first A. You guys understand that?
Yes, teacher.
Not you, you are not the patient. Okay, okay. Hey, how about others? Why are others so quiet? Hey, you
Don't
guys
be
got
shy,
pay,
everyone.
you guys got pay attention, or you leave your phone there and then you go back to your bed. No lah, got people sleep over meh? I don't care already. Okay. So for the question 1B, they want you to calculate the estimated mean of the student's height. So you already know that estimated mean always got one formula. And you must know that the formula is the sum of frequency times the sum of midpoint over and then divide by the sum of frequency. Just like that. And then you can find the estimated mean. So you need to find your frequency and then midpoint as well. As just now, I already taught you guys how to find the midpoint and the frequency. How to you guys how to know how to find the estimated mean, or like how I said just now.
I don't know, teacher.
Okay. Okay. For the question 1C, it says that this one, it says that you need to have your own graph paper and you and you draw by yourself. So for this part of the question, just use the graph paper provided on page 29 or one. I think use your own one is much more better because I don't think here got any graph for you to draw. And by using scale of 2 cm to 5 cm on the horizontal axis and 2 cm, you go to the Google and then you search graph. You got, then you look up to your old graph paper, you rub it off and then you, because yeah, just like that. And say by using scale of 10 to 5 cm on the horizontal axis, for the horizontal, which is the height there, which is here. This is the horizontal. Do not mix up because every time student will always mix up the horizontal 2 cm to 10 students on the axis. The vertical axis is this one, the y axis. Okay, then you guys know how to differentiate the horizontal axis and vertical axis as well. So it is time for you to draw an ogive for the data. So you guys know how to draw ogive. I ask you guys, ogive. Know how to draw ogive. You know what is the graph of ogive? Can someone like ogive is something like this. Ogive is something like this, just like a curved line like that. So for this ogive, it is for the y-axis. You need to plot with cumulative frequency. For the y-axis is cumulative frequency, and then for the x-axis is the length, is the height, upper boundary. As for the x-axis, you can use upper boundary to label. As for the y-axis is the cumulative frequency to label. Because at the table there, they already give you cumulative frequency and upper boundary. So just now I already taught you guys how to find cumulative frequency and upper boundary as well. So you can use these two to plot back to the ogive, to your own ogive graph. Later, after this class, you guys can try to draw and then send it into the WhatsApp. Because I need to see if you guys know how to draw. If you guys don't know how to draw, you guys can ask in the group as well. I will teach you how to draw. And for the question 1D is based on the ogive in C. Find the percentage of students whose height is more than 167 cm. For this one, I think you need to draw your ogive like the 1C one, because if you don't have the 1C ogive graph, then you can't find for the 1 donkey and you will lose mark at this statistic. Okay, so how to find the percentage of students whose height is more than 167 cm? For this one, you can look at the x-axis 167 cm. You can plot the 167 cm is right here. I think it's around here as well. So you just plot up. You just use ruler to plot. Don't plot like mine, because I don't have ruler. And then you plot to here, right? I mean your ogive format, not this one, not this frequency polygon. Don't plot in your frequency polygon. I must plot in your ogive that you draw. and then you just, once you reach the point, right, and then you just go to the, I think go to the, I think I think go like this, like this, and then like this. I can't control this way. Okay, and then you just look at the y-axis. Then once you see where it points to, then you can know the y-axis of the number. Yeah, just like that. Later you guys can ask me if you guys don't know about one donkey. Now can I go to the second page? Okay, I go screenshot my question 2 first. Wait a while. You guys can go drink some water or what.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, very good. Okay, keep it up. Bring water. Take 5. Do you want to have a group photo? If you want, then everybody show your face, then I can snap the photo.
It's okay. I think no need.
Like this. It's okay.
No need, teacher,
Okay.
I think.
So okay,
No need, teacher.
okay, no problem. Okay, no problem.
Okay, now for the question 2 is also the same as just now that one, but you look at this question 2, I will explain one more time, because since some of you come late to today's class. As for the question 2, diagram 14 shows a frequency polygon which represents the marks obtained by 80 students in a quiz. Okay, so based on the diagram 14, you should complete table 14 in the answer space. So they already give you a table again. So as for the marks, like what I said just now, is just a class interval. Always need to know it is the range of the class interval if you want to find the class interval. It is for the first column, they already give you 21 to 25, and the range is 4 equals to 4, because the difference between 21 to 25 is 4. So for the second column, you just write back the same. It's like from 26 to plus 26 plus 4 equals to 30, right? And then 26 to 30, like that, the class intervals for the second column. And for the third one is 31 to 35, like that. Yeah, just like that. Okay, so for the upper boundary, as I say upper boundary, you just need to add 0.5 to the upper limit. The upper limit, which is 25. Don't choose 21 like what I said just now. Just choose the biggest of the class intervals one. 25.5 is for the first column, and then for the second column is 26 to 30, and for the 31 is just plus 0.5. Then you can write 30.5 like that. And for the upper boundary, you guys know how to find, right? And for the frequency also, just look at the graph. Just look at the graph. They already give you at the x-axis, they give you the first one is 23. So how you know you are going to find the frequency? You just know that they already give you 0 because the midpoint of the class interval for the first column is 23. And then you can find the frequency as well. Because frequency polygon is the number of students at the y-axis, and for the x-axis is the midpoint. So you can find the frequency easily as well, like what I said just now. It's same as the question 1, almost the same. And for the cumulative frequency, you just like sum is the sum of the frequency, like what I said just now. And from this cumulative frequency is the first column they give you is 0, because the first column of 0, the first column of frequency is also 0, so you just write back 0. So as for the second column of frequency is 5, so you just write 5, and then you just write the cumulative frequency also 5. For the third column of frequency is I think it's 10, and then you just, for the cumulative frequency, you just 10 plus 5 and then equals to 15, just like that. You just sum up, because cumulative frequency is the sum of the frequency. Okay, so for the first A table, for the question 2A table, I already explained. So as for the question 2B, they want to calculate the estimated mean mark of a student. I already teach you guys how to find the estimated mean mark, which is the sum of frequency times the sum of midpoint divided by the sum of frequency. And then you can find the estimated mean mark. Same as the question 1, you guys can refer back. So I'm not going to repeat because I don't want to waste anyone's time. And for the question 2C, for this part of the question, they want to use the graph paper provided. You may use a flexible curve ruler. Actually, you don't need curve ruler also. You can draw if you got the art skill. So using a scale of 2 cm to 5 marks on the horizontal axis and 2 cm to 10 students on the vertical axis, draw an ogive for the data. So it is same as the question 1 as well. So like what I said just now. Okay, like what I said for the question 1. Okay, so you can refer back to the question 1, because this 2 question is almost like 100% safe. For the question 2D, it says that students who obtain marks below 35 are required to attend a remedial class. So how you going to find the students who obtain marks below 35? You just need to, once you draw out your ogive graph, and then you just find the mark. The mark is at the x-axis, right? And then you just plot up. You just find the 35, and then you just plot up. Once you reach the point of the ogive curve line, and then you just plot to the number of students there. Yeah, and then you just plot to the number of students there, and then you can find the number of students that the marks are below 35. Yeah, just like that. And I already explained question 1 and question 2, so now it's Jingxian's turn. Okay, Jingxian.
Okay. Hey, help me to share the screen first.
Okay，等我一下。
Hello.
Can start already.
Hello. Okay, so now let's look at question 3. Diagram 14 above shows the weight of meat in kg sold each day over 40 days. Okay, so this is diagram 14 lah. So when you see this type of diagram, mostly they will tell you to draw a histogram. So, but don't be worried lah. Okay, as for question A, based on the data in diagram 14, complete table 14 in the answer space. So, where's diagram A? Pei-Ling, where's table 14?
What?
Table 14.
Eh?
Oh, yeah.
The other side, yeah.
I cannot move. Okay, so this is like table 14. Okay, so you guys know the week, right? The week stands for the class interval, and then midpoint stands for X, and then frequency stands for F. So you just fill in the table like how Pei-Ling explained just now lah. Hey, move. Move to the left. Hey, Pei-Ling. Okay. So as for question B, based on table 14, calculate the estimated mean of week of meat sold over 40 days. So you guys know the formula for estimated mean, right? Hello.
Yes.
Why no one reply?
I don't know.
I guess you guys know the formula for estimated mean already. So if you don't know, okay, I'll tell you again. So this is the formula for estimated mean. So this is the symbol for mean lah. And then this means the sum of. And then this is frequency. Wait, this is frequency, and then this is the midpoint. So this also frequency lah. So the formula is the sum of frequency times the midpoint divided by the sum of frequency. So when you sub when you sub everything in this formula, then you will get the estimated mean. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. And then as for question C, okay, it's time to draw a histogram lah. So they'll give you two scale actually, but you can never use the scale given for horizontal axis. You guys know horizontal axis is X, right? And then the
Yes.
vertical axis is Y.
Y.
So you can never use the scale given for horizontal axis because it's histogram ma. For histogram, you have to use midpoint or class boundary as the value of horizontal axis. But for vertical axis, you can use the scale given at means 2 cm to 1 day. And then for question D, based on histogram in 14, state one information. So after complete your graph, you have to state one information from the graph, any information you get. So you can state the model class of the group. Yeah. So I complete this. You guys know, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if you guys got any question, can send into the group. Then we will try our best to help you guys.
What Google Form? There's a Google Form?
Okay, Pei Ling or Jin Xian have to explain to them because they want very important to record. They got the pengawal PPD or observe. Thank you.
Mr. Lee, for the Google Form, for those patients fill in mudah.
Patient only fill in right.
I'm not sure.
I think just both of us need to fill in.
Doesn't matter, you all continue. I find out first, let you all know later.
Okay. So end already, right? The meeting.
Yeah.
You guys can
then
leave now. Hmm?
I got one thing need to ask.
Ask back.
I want to ask if you guys want to stay back in this Zoom and
Nope, no
if
thanks.
you guys are oh okay okay but so rude. Oh, you guys can leave if you guys still want.
Hey, you guys have to do this. Remember, everyone.
Do
So
this way.
after you print out this lah, and then you do it in the paper.
Is it the PDF files from before?
PDF.
The files from before, is it? At the group chat?
Yeah.
Two of them, right?
Yeah.
No, we have to print out all of them or only question 3?
All of them.
You have to print out lah.
Every single one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then when you're done, just send it into the group chat.
Okay. Understood.
Then we will help you all to check correct or not.
Okay.
Okay.
Teacher can end already, right? Hello. Teacher, where are you?
Can.
Okay.
Can.
Okay, so bye bye everyone. Can sleep already.
Okay, thank you for the class today. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
I'll end the class now.